Small, small songs, prayers, shlokas, or something like that. Especially the elders of the family, they introduce because they understand the value of music, Sangeetam, because the body, each and every cell of our body has got vibrations. In fact, when the music came into existence, its purpose was for healing only.
How a science, an astrology, and a music all put together can heal a person.
Because astrology itself is a science. It's a science. We cannot ignore. It's a highly mathematical and also science. Every graha, as I earlier mentioned, I got attracted by Muthuswami Dikshita's Navagraha Kritis.
When these allopathy and all these medicines were not there, there are only two things. One is Ayurvedam.
Yes, yes.
Definitely, the second is music.
Yes.
And third is chanting.
Yeah.
These are the three healings which are there from centuries, as you
Yes.
rightly said.
One more thing you are missing. Sound, what he was violently making the sound, it started becoming little more musical. And then he started even trying to say Omkara. Oh, that was it was coming. One day she came and she hugged and there was a tears and she was saying, "Ma'am, मेरा बेटा आज मुझे माँ बोला, माँ बोला," and she cried. Group of antidepressant ragas, which I suggest to. Anti-stress is different, anti-depression is different. So I have ragas for both other categories. So for antidepressant, best raga is Beha.
Very good evening. I'm at a very special place near to Coimbatore, Purna Vidya Ashram. Today I have a very, very special guest and a very special podcast. It is our seventh podcast. When I say seven, one thing I recollect, or with the little knowledge I have, seven swaras, sapta swaras. So when I speak about music, why this episode is very special, I'll get into it. When I speak about as a layman as about music, when I'm down, I listen to music. When I'm in love, I listen to music. When I'm exotic, like I want to have fun, I go to music. If there is a special occasion at home, it starts with Nadaswaram. When there is a death, also people celebrate with music. So music is part of our life. There and today, what we're going to see is that how does music help apart from these segments? And when I read and when I introduced the speaker today, uh, I was shocked and surprised that music can do a lot of things, and music can heal. When I say heal, I was surprised, and when I read her book, and she has touched upon a lot of people who are very happy. And we today will speak about how does music as a healing process will help people, and we also speak about from the perspective of what does healer goes through when she does this therapies. I am with the author and a very special guest. She's written a book on Indian ragas, healing power of Indian ragas. She's none other than we have a very special guest, Acharya Ratna, Vidushi, Dr. Rajam Shanker. Welcome, ma'am. Before I get into a conversation, there are a lot of people say that I want to be a doctor, but I became an actor. And some people say I wanted to be a doctor, but I never been. There's a story I think you will share with me that you always wanted to be a doctor, and there's something in between happened, but you again became a doctor. So, welcome, ma'am. Welcome to the show. I'm privileged and honored uh, to know about you and also to know the work you have done and this beautiful book you have written, Indian Ragas. It's already sold 3,000 books. They're coming up with the second edition. And it's this episode is all about knowing music from a madam's perspective, knowing music, how it is helpful for people in terms of healing, how it has treated a lot of special people. And when I say music, ma'am, what comes into your mind?
Music is something what we get connected from the time we are born. That's why it's part of our system from the first breath. The first breath what the child takes, the first cry is the music of life. And that's how I put. That's why whenever, with whatever connection, whether it is as you mentioned about the various ceremonies or various functions, or even when you're alone, you want to listen to music and you feel good. That feel good factor comes to you whenever you're listening to a kind of music. So music is part of our life from the time we are born with the first cry. That's why I said there is a healing. The very first cry is a healing for the child which is born, because it's after getting detached from the mother with the umbilical cord cut off, the first breath it starts, and that is the music of life. So, afterwards, when it starts crying, it's a big healing for the mother that everything is fine with my child. The doctors who are attending, they feel, yeah, everything is fine with this child and we are satisfied. God has been great. So, music healing starts from there itself.
When did this music happen to you? At what age? And
I,
are you from a musical family? There's a
there
tradition.
is, I heard from my parents, and especially my father, that, yeah, his uncles were very, well known musicians from Kerala. That was, I must say, more than 100 years ago. But my mother used to sing, because as part of our South Indian family
Correct.
tradition, all of us go through, these musical lessons. It's very normal, but it's common.
Yes.
So I have heard my mother singing. And in fact, uh, listening to music from the time you are a child starts in every Indian family in the form of lori, lullaby. The child is exposed to mother's voice, the lullaby, the soothing, healing touch of the lullaby,
Lalipata. What?
lalipata.
Yeah.
So this is, from the time we are growing with the music. So every stage of our life, whether we are as a newborn baby, just growing baby, and as we are growing as a child to adult, the various stages of our life, the levels of our life, we hear different kind of music, and yes, it has to be. And as my research says, every stage of life, we should listen to a particular form of ragas or tune, because that helps us to grow in a healthy way. Like if you think about it, every seventh year is a turning point in our human growth. 0 to 7, when we are born with, and start crawling, sitting on their own,
Standing.
standing, walking, then running around, all the steps that stops. That's by the time 7, all these things are over. Then from the 7th year onwards, the secondaries growth starts. The child, whether it's a male or a female, they start recognizing the changes happening in their body, the hormonal changes. And with that, even their thinking, what we call as a middle body growth.
Yeah.
Middle body growth means everything is on their own, like their own personality growth. I like this. I like this color. I like this kind of tasty food. I want to see such kind of movies,
Yeah.
or I want to read such kind of novels. All these things will come between this 7 to 14.
Correct.
And there are different kind of ragas. Normally, as Rudolf Steiner, he has mentioned about this, what kind of music should be introduced at that age
Right.
is the pentatonic ragas. Like we have Mohanam, Hindolam,
Mhm.
or Bhopali, what we call it in Hindustani
Diwali.
music. So these kind of, we have different, every 7, if you think, it is a like a turning point in the human life.
I mean, in terms of music, as I say, that in any child, when child is born, and how important is that the parents should make their children participate, or make them to listen, or make them to practice, or make them to join a guru from childhood into music. How important it is in today's society.
It's very important, because socializing, mixing, And all these things, it's a part of our life growth. Nobody can be living alone, growing alone, and that will, develop into some kind of issues, mental, physical, emotional issues they can land up with. That's why this mingling and sharing, all these things from childhood, from the nursery it starts.
Correct.
Yeah, the children are made them sit in the ringa ringa roses
Roses.
pocket full of. These are simple things, they repeat, they
Yeah.
play along and they sing along, clap along.
Yes.
All these things are, they learn how to. That music becomes part of their everyday's learning.
Yeah.
So music helps them to. They never just imagine a child, directly being taught ABCD.
Yeah.
No,
No.
it starts with nursery rhymes.
Yes.
Chinna chinna lale pata, what
Yeah.
we say
What?
in Telugu.
Yes.
Small, small songs, prayers, shlokas, or something like that. Especially the elders of the family, they introduce
Yes.
because they understand the value of music, Sangeetam, because the body, each and every cell of our body has got vibrations.
And also, when mothers sing,
Yes.
the first response a child is given by with a smile. And
Yes.
when she stops singing, she will cry.
Yes.
And once she starts singing again, she gets a smile back.
Yes.
I think the music starts
Of
from
course.
there.
Of course.
Yes.
That's a response. Always, my view is music is language of emotions.
Absolutely.
So a person who is, when they are, whether it's a child, whether it's an adult or a teenager, whatever age they may be, when they are exposed to certain environment or situations, certain changes happens in their own body.
Correct.
If something, what they never expected, something happens, suddenly it's happening, and that as a reaction, that body will show, because that reaction is giving some kind of chemical change in their body system. And when that happens, that turns into emotion. And the emotion actually comes out as a form of mood, what we say, joyful mood, depressing mood, or loneliness, all these things. And that time, some kind of, they want to express the emotion. It's always better to express whatever they feel, either in the form of words or humming or something, because that's how they can heal themselves. So, this actually, in South Indian music,
Yes.
we have learnt about Sri Tyagaraja Swamigal, one of the Trinities. All his compositions are outcome of emotions.
Oh,
All are having different kind of, all when we can associate that with the incidents which has happened in his life, and accordingly as an outburst,
correct.
he has composed many compositions and tuned it in the raga appropriate to express that kind of an emotion. So that is, that's where we see that navarasas, because our human body is storehouse of emotions.
First time I felt music as very special is when Doordarshan, when I saw Tyagaraja Utsav.
Yes.
Uh, and all the musicians across South India used to come there and
Yes.
sing, that used to get live on Doordarshan. First time when I heard, I was really I'm very young at, I mean, 6 years, 7 years, and I felt that it has really evoked a lot of emotion in me.
Yes,
So
of
I
course.
think musicians, when you have seen a lot of concerts, you've seen a lot of famous musicians when Madras Academy, and
Yes.
when you sit there, the kind of energy they bring in is something which you can tell how important music can heal. Or I mean, in today's fast world, these concerts really makes
Sure,
huge
of course,
differences.
of course. In fact, when the music came into existence, its purpose was for healing only. It was always for healing, and it started because many of the Lakshana Granthas, the mainly what the Lakshana Granthas are the written forms of books what we find. So those there they have mentioned Sangeetam music as the most healing intervention for every kind of emotions or incidents or what we go through, the mental conditions or what, emotional, mental, physical, because always physical issues result into emotional issue has an
Okay.
physical, and they all together will form the mental problem. I mean, it causes. So, music healing power of the music actually was discovered that long, centuries ago.
When these allopathy and all these
Yeah,
medicines were not there, there are
not
only
now
two
there.
things. One is
Yes,
Ayurvedam.
yes, yes,
Definitely, the second is music,
yes,
and third is chanting.
yeah,
So these are the three healings which are there from centuries, as you
yes.
rightly
One
said.
more thing you are missing. That's Jyotisham.
Astrology,
They
Vedic
followed,
astrology,
yeah, they
Vedic.
had Ayurvedam, Jyotisham, and Nada Anusandhana. Nada Anusandhana method means evoking the sound from the chakras,
Yeah,
the
seven.
main energy centers from our body. They used to have that each energy center is connected with some kind of bija mantra. So the bija mantra had the power. Once they are evoked, the healing used to happen along with the other like
Yeah.
Ayurvedam, and of course Jyotisham is shows the kalam.
Coming back to your music, where did it start from? So music journey,
As a child, as I told you, it
it
is
is a
part of
long.
our family that, almost South Indian,
Yeah,
almost we go to the, even North Indian families are there. There are so
starts
many
with the
this thing.
music,
Music
music
is
and
part of
filter
it.
coffee.
Of course, of course. So, but yes, one thing what I used to feel as a child, when I am learning some particular ragas, I could feel some changes happening within me emotionally or feeling like simplest geetam what I learned. Baraveena mrudupani. When I learned it, I could feel some changes happening. And as I mentioned earlier, this geetam is based in Mohanam, Ragam Mohanam. So when we learned that, and I was at that second segment of our 7 years growth.
7 years, seven. Okay,
Yeah,
0 to 7. Yeah,
yeah, 7 to 14,
14, 7 to 14. That's where
where
you get
my I mean, body growth was happening. My tastes,
your
my
voice is
likes, my
changing.
dislikes, my personality, my character was forming. And I could feel that, there's some comfort level when I am learning this. So that time I noticed it, but I thought I'm too young to go in deep into it. I'm a small girl and young girl, and not so much awareness of Sangeetam in that depth. So I was waiting for the right time to happen. But every raga, I noticed the change. And that's where I felt that, I must someday, sometime in my lifetime, I should get into some Guruji where I will get answers for what all I am feeling at that age. So I found my one of my relative, ma'am was there, Srimati Sundari Janaki Raman.
Okay,
So she started back from where I left many years ago. From
okay.
there only she started.
It's in Hyderabad. Is
Yeah,
it?
she is in Hyderabad.
Okay, okay,
So she, you know, got me into the track.
okay.
I struggled a lot, but I was very determined. And as I told you, my husband was more
I know.
supportive.
Is it difficult that when you leave long back and get back to that?
It was quite tough. It
Okay.
was quite tough.
And I will read about your Guruji in your rated. It is
Yes,
this book is also written by Ma'am, The Healing Power of Indian Ragas,
yes,
and she has dedicated it to the divine memory of Guruji. He has lot of this thing accolades. Sri Vidyopasaka Shrestha Bahubhasha Alankruta Vagyeya Saundarya Sharada Tilaka Sangeeta Mahopadhyaya Kolagella R. Subramanyam, Sangeeta Vidwan.
yes.
And
So he came into, I must say that his divine entry into my life happened in 1996. When that time my guru Srimati Sundari Janaki Raman, she had to go out of our country for some longer time duration, and she introduced me to this Guruji. And as an examiner, I have met him. He was my examiner. That time I was completely, I must say that,
yes,
spelled out. I tell you, I couldn't,
fear.
I don't know that the way he dissected a particular raga and spoken to me when I was, sitting in front of me as a candidate
Yeah.
of appearing for the exam, and he is an examiner. And the way he compared Ragam like Arabhi and Devagandhari, which is very, very close to each other.
How did he do, ma'am? Can you sing?
Oh my God, it's not possible. My God, I can't even dare to do that because it was something beyond. I
Yeah.
can't tell you.
After such an experience, and now also you're saying that
Yo,
means
yo, no,
that
no,
he is
no.
a scholar.
That is something, it's very special to him. I
Yeah,
cannot even
absolutely.
try to utter that. But that time, I made him as my Manasika Guru. But maybe God listened to me or my, that time, Guruji, Srimati Sundari Janakiraman, felt that he is the
Right.
correct Guru
Correct
to whom I
person.
should go. And when I met him, and he's got a spark, like there's a twinkling spark in his eyes, like a small
Aura.
child
When you meet
aura.
aura.
It was a strong aura. He's a very small made person. But the Sri Chakra Upasaka and his all other Diksha and Japa Mantra, all that power we could see on his face, the Tejas, the aura as well,
You are mesmerized.
mesmerized.
Yes.
So he first saw me after maybe he felt what he felt. He kept quiet for 2, 3 classes.
Okay.
After that, he said, Rajam, can I tell you one thing? I said, huh, Guruji. Then he said, I call him Guru Mama.
Hmm.
So I said, yes, Guru Mama. Then he said, see, you have got a tremendous amount of knowledge and lot of hard work because I believe only in hard
Good work.
work. So hard work, day and nothing goes wrong when you
Work hard.
work hard.
Yeah.
Day in and out, only Sangeetam, Sangeetam, that was my life. So he said, you are not meant for sitting on the dais and singing for entertainment or anything. It was not like that. You have got something else. So I will train you for that. And at that time, when he said this, I was invited by many sabhas to be as a judge for their music competitions. And Akhilagam Bharatiya Gandharva Mahavidyalaya used to post me as examiner to various places like Nagpur, Bhilai, Vijayawada, Pune and all. So I have been to as examiner. So I was quite happy and I thought that, there were many other centers who used to send a message to the headquarters, Akhila Bharatiya Gandharva Mahavidyalaya headquarters, saying that we need Rajam Shankar as an examiner. So that was like a very happy moment for me that they want Rajam Shankar as an examiner. So that is was a satisfying thing. So when I expressed this to my Guruji, and also there was another person whom I should mention here. It was the late Manoharji.
Okay.
So he also met me. He's a great astrologer. Just looked at me and he said, Rajam, what are you doing? And I said, I'm doing this, sir, uncle. I'm going for as a judge in various sabhas and I've been invited as examiners and instructors and all. And I'm very happy. He said, now there is a big turning point coming in your life, in near future. I asked him, what is it? He said, no. When the time will come, that time I will tell you. Then I went and asked my guru.
Okay.
My guru knows this person very well. He said, yes, I know. It's coming very soon. Wait for the right time. When you are now happy with that, nationally, you are, people want you to come as examiner and all this thing. A day is coming very soon when you will be internationally become popular and their fame will be
This is
international.
absolute a spiritual power, ma'am.
Spiritual power.
It is like one guru
Huh.
don't even knows that you are made for something.
Something else.
When astrologer doesn't even know what,
Yes.
but he's saying that you are not for this. You are
Yes.
meant for something.
Something else.
So this gives a clear message that some people are born for something, and it
Exactly.
is very important that guru guide them to that
Exactly.
right phase
And
of.
those exactly same words my guru told me that, a time will come when you will realize that and you will come and tell me. I am not going to tell you what it is.
Super.
But I'm going to train you for that. He has got many thousands of students, but he picked me. And I must say, I was blessed because my Guruji, Kollegal Sangita Mahomopadhyay, Kollegal Subramaniam, he belongs to the Shishya, Guru Shishya Parampara of Sri Tyagaraja Swamigal. He is the fourth generation Shishya of Tyagaraja Swamigal.
That is
His Parama Guru, Muttaya Bhagavatar, Dr. Muttaya Bhagavatar,
very famous.
so who has written the great Lakshana Grantha called Sangeeta Kalpadurmam,
Okay.
and he introduced me to Sangeeta Kalpadurmam. And he said, you follow, and I am there to guide you. I am holding your hand, and I'll take you to the same direction for which you are born in this world.
So the first, husband's encouragement.
Yes,
Second,
is
putting you to
Guru's.
right people, Madam Janaki.
Yeah,
Then third, Guruji's belief in you and
yes,
spotting a right talent.
exactly.
I think the journey started from here and you never looked back.
Yes,
Yeah.
I must say that.
Guru Shishya Parampara you spoke about, and one of the biggest uh, changing things in your life is when you met Guru Garu,
Yes,
and he has told you that you are made for something else,
yes,
and it is backed up by astrologer and
yes,
encouraged by your husband.
yes.
So how did what it at what stage or what time of the life that you realized, yes, this is a thing, and before that, what did your Guruji gave you? Has he given you any powers? Has he given you any?
Yeah, it's something miracle, I should say. It has happened in my life. Usually in our parampara, we know that on Vijayadashmi day, Dashara, Vijayadashmi day, we do Kuru Puja. It's our
Culture.
sanskar.
Which,
So that's my practice. So what I used to do and start new lessons for the Sishyas. And I had nearly at a time 100 students. So whole day, one by one, they will come. I teach them either in group new lessons or after doing my Vijayadashmi puja. I used to take new lessons for them and all. So by the time I finished, it was quite late evening, because in Guruji's Guru Mama's house, if I go, then I'll get stuck up. He
okay.
does Suhasini Puja and all everything. Twice, thrice I was part of it. Then I realized that my students are, they started complaining, ma'am, when will you come and when will you teach and all those things. So then I took permission of my Guruji saying that you also finish with all the students, teaching all your Sishyas. I'll finish at my house and I'll come little late at night to give my, whatever Maryada I have to do for you. I will come and do that.
Absolutely.
So he accepted. So he used to wait for me. 9:30 night, I'll go there. I'll pay my respects to him and Guru Dakshina, and then, Visesha Puja Dakshina. And also Guru Mata was there, and for both of them. And then I learn my new lessons.
No
Something
lessons.
new, he'll start some Devi Kirtana or something. Then I'll come back. So, and during these 9 days, because he's a Sri Chakra Upasaka, I told you.
Yeah.
So, every day he used to do Homa, Havan, and then do his pujas will take long time, nearly 3 to 4 hours. So, and because he is also Vagyekara, that is, he used to write, like a Devi, suddenly he gets into the trance and he brings out, compositions. Like that, he has written many
Dr.
compositions.
Balamurali Krishna writes about Ram.
Like
Yeah.
that, my Guruji also
Uh,
on Devi Mata, and then, various devatas. He has written on almost all gods and various, you know, places, I must say that. So, that day after and one evening, as a group, senior students, we all will sing his compositions in his house. And he was very particular that, we should wear only our madisar. Madisar is the 9 yards sari, which is
sorry,
a
when
typically worn
you
for
yeah,
this thing. So he was very, very particular about that. And we go there and sing one of the 9 days. He will select either it is Sharada on whatever composition he has written, or on other any
Saraswati,
Gayatri, Ambal
any
he has
avatar.
written about. And so what happened was that day we were singing about Sharada kritis which he has written, he has composed. And after that, Lalita Sahasranama, Kunkumarchana. So, as about 7 or 8 people, we were all sitting together and we were singing. And that day, my Guruji was running high temperature. So, he was in another room resting and we were singing. When I was, the time, what happened was, after that, he just called me and said that, Rajam, now you normally come on the Vijayadashmi day night. I want you to come in 5:30 in the morning
Oh,
on Vijayadashmi day. And I had never asked questions to him. Once the Vakyam comes out of his, this
Guru.
thing is like, it's the Veda Vakyam.
Vedavak.
Veda
Vedavak.
Vakyam.
Yeah.
So, and he said, bring Shankar along and ask him to wear a Panchagaja with Angavastram.
Angavastram.
And you buy a new 9 yards Madisar, and have only coffee and come empty food, empty stomach. I said, okay. I just did that. Next day, we both, Vijayadashmi day, early morning, 5:30,
You
we
were there.
both went there and carrying all whatever was, so I want to give it as a respect to
Offering.
my Guru Mata and Guruji. After that, I saw that there are some couples sitting there and like we do in Upanayanam, thread ceremony,
Mm.
that Brahma Upadesham we
Correct.
do. Similar way, he was doing along with his wife Guru Mata, he was doing to some people and he just told us, come, both of you, come here. We sat, he just covered us along with he and his wife inside that whatever cloth
Yeah,
they
God.
are covering. Then he asked my husband to do the Avivada.
Okay.
After that, he said that, okay, take Sankalpa, say your Gotram, Nakshatram, both of you together. And then he gave me Diksha, Japa Diksha.
Okay.
And he told me that for Shankar, his Gayatri is enough for him to protect him from all whatever difficulties he may come across. But for you, you need this Diksha, and this is the Diksha I'm giving you for you to do every day. And the way it has to be done, all with the Anganyasam, Karanyasam, everything he has given me in a very proper, systematic way. I was not prepared for all these things. I never thought this is going to happen. Then I said, okay, I accepted, and the way it has to be done, he recorded and gave me, how to do the japa, diksha, and everything. And 108 times, 108 times you do. He gave me 2 devatas, one devi and devatas.
Okay.
And this thing, of course,
Rudra.
Ganesha,
Yeah.
Vinayaka is the
Yeah.
first.
Absolutely.
I came home, I took it very casual. I'm very open to you saying that. I never thought it's
You
that
felt
much
the
importance. I didn't give.
importance of it.
I didn't
Yeah.
give.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
It
took
is
it
one
with
of the
this
rituals, he thought. Even.
rituals and
Yeah.
all. So after that, I was going on, practicing that Java and Diksha what he gave. Blindly I was doing it. And I said that, yeah, Guru has said, so I must do it. So I was doing it sincerely, but along with my Kula Devata, shlokas, mantras, everything I was doing that. And meditation, of course. And the next Dashara, same way we all were sitting, and that day also he was having high temperature. He was sitting inside, and we all were sitting and singing
Okay.
Pancharatna of
Kirtanas.
Pancharatna,
Tyagaraja.
not Tyagaraja Swami's.
Okay.
My Guruji's,
Guruji's
what he has
recited. Yeah.
written about, what Ambals. So when we were singing, as we were finishing that, and after that we were supposed to do the Kunkumarchana, I was closing always when I sing, I close my eyes and get connected to within myself,
Yeah.
and I get into completely into the world of
Trance.
music.
Yeah.
I'm not there like that, and suddenly I could feel like a lot of lights sparking in my inside my eyes. It was very strong. I couldn't even open my eyes. It was poking. Eyes. The lights were actually hurting me, but I couldn't open my eyes. It was very difficult for me. Then I started crying. And I told the lady who was sitting next to me that please tell Guruji that I need him. Something is happening to me. My hands and legs and all, something is happening to me. Please call him. And he came. He just said that, okay, come close to me. Follow my voice. Come. And he did some vibhuti and this thing and all. He said that you'll be fine. Then after that, Kumarchana or something, I couldn't do anything. Couldn't control. I felt very light. It was that some feeling was there. Then after everybody left, because it was
Yeah.
almost 9:30 at night, I fell on my feet and I told him, Guruji, what is this? What kind of feeling I'm having? I don't know. What is this? He said, Amma, certain things, no, some shaktis, when we say that I want, it will never happen. And when it happens, you cannot just
Stop.
ask it to go away. So, Ambal, she last Dashara, it was when I was doing Sri Chakra Homa Havan, there was like an order, it came to me that give Diksha to Rajam Shankar. And I
Great.
did for that.
Yes.
And this Dashara, you are seeing the phalam of it.
Wow.
That you are getting some Shakti which is inside. Every woman has the Shakti inside. But how to evoke it?
Yeah.
That this Diksha has done to me. The Japa Diksha, which I was sincerely following. Then only I understood. I said, Mama, I don't want this. Guru Mama, I don't want it. He said, no. Now I will train you how to channelize this energy. This is a divine Shakti has come to you. Now there is path is opening up. You yourself will see that which direction you are going. Now this will take you to the purpose of your life for which you have come into this bhumi.
Absolutely. So the first, the divine orders came to Guruji
Ah,
that this should be jap should be given to
yes,
you,
the Diksha has
and
to be given.
you just followed the Guru's orders,
Yes,
although you didn't take it seriously,
yes,
but you followed the Guru's
yes.
orders. 1 year you did it, and the fall has come after 1 year. So it has took 365 days to get next Dashara to evoke a very special powers in you.
That is because I was sincerely following it.
Yes.
And as days passed, now it's more than, I must say, now 25 years.
Yes.
And now I can feel the Shakti of it, what he said. And that's how I learned. Then only he started training me he started, introduced me to what chakras means, the energy centers, and how you have to go with the spiritual path. You have to take the spiritual path, and music healing you can do. And that's how it started from with him.
Okay.
So I must say that that's how it is. He knew about it, but he kept quiet. He wanted me to come to him and say, this has happened to me.
In
Then I just opened into that from younger age. Whenever I used to sing this raga, I used to feel this in me. He said that means that Shakti was
always
already
there.
within
Yeah.
you. That has now it has been, activated.
So
Maybe
it,
because of the Diksha, Mantra Diksha Shakti. That is the power of whichever mantra we are doing, I must say,
please.
do it, give your 100% to it. Even though I took it very lightly, but because my guru said, I gave my 100%. And
Followed the order.
yes, I followed that. But then when I understood the power of it, I really got into it completely seriously got into it.
So it is a clear message. You said every woman will have a power.
Yes,
You said that they have the
Shakti.
Shakti.
Shakti is there.
That Shakti is there. I think with these clear messages that when you practice these
Yes,
japas, mantras, it
yes,
will give results.
definitely, definitely. First, we have to believe in ourselves, and from the in the guru who has given you that diksha or japa mantra. Always I say, there is mantra or japa or whatever chant you are practicing. Take it from a guru mula.
Okay.
Never you start, I want to start this japa on your, no, never you do. Always there should be a guru, because guru is what we have in our culture, in our tradition. Guru sthanam is something very important. Mata, Pita, Guru,
Guru.
Daivam.
Deva.
They all contribute to reach the Daivam.
Brilliant.
So, Mata Pita were there, my biological parents were there. But same time, this guru coming into my life was like a blessing.
Yes.
It was my pura janma punya. That he came and he showed me the right path for what, I mean, for I think maybe this was the purpose for which I came into this world. So that Diksha, the Japa Diksha, whatever he has given. So I tell others also, you want to do some mantra japa or something and all, look for a guru mula. When you say no, the guru moolam is very, very necessary. Very, very, everything in our culture, it has been this thing, people, even Sangeetam, what they do, they say, the Sangeeta lessons are found, we can find it in YouTube, online, or anything, we can learn from that. I said, never do that. Have a guru. Sit in front of guru. I never, you won't believe me, never, never, I sat in Samasthanam with my guru, always at his feet. I used to touch his feet and learn. That was my guru, even the seva. He used to say, what is this, Amma? What this, why are you touching my feet? And I used to press his feet and learn. He said that, why you are doing? I said, I know, Mama, you have been in your guru's house and your parents couldn't pay anything to the guru and they offered you to the guru and you were working as a helper in the kitchen for the Guru Mata, early morning going to, because those days when he was there in early 90s, he used to go to the river, have bath, bring the water, then cut woods for this thing, and cow, he has to milk the cow. All those things, seva he did, and as a result, he was learning from what his guru was teaching. I said, you lived there and did in the Gurukulam, you did Guru Seva and learnt. At least here I am coming once in a week. And 1 hour I am sitting. Let me press your feet. And this much, this bhagyam I should have. Guru Seva. So we should keep that Guru Sthanam. We should understand that it is the power which is really giving after our parents who has given birth to us. Guru Sthanam is very, very important. And we have to respect that Guru Sthanam. That is.
Now you got those blessings, divine blessings,
Yes.
Guruji's blessings. Music has become, now you got some, you understand your Shakti. Now music has come to you naturally from childhood and encouraged by husband. Now you are into a different path.
Yeah.
There comes a Dr. Srinivas Rao in your life.
Yes.
And I think your journey from 96 to your visit to Sydney, something has happened and changed your life.
Yes.
So it is better that I hear from you
Oh,
that how this has happened.
that was another, as my Guruji said, it was a turning point.
Yes.
I went to Sydney because my daughter was living there as a visiting. I went and stayed there for at least 2 months or something. And Dr. Srinivas Rao, who is the homeopath doctor, and he was also member of Anthroposophy Society.
Okay.
And they were having a world conference in Australia, Sydney, at that time. So he has come with many other members of that society. And when he met me after the meeting and all, I mean, I was not part of it. He met me as a family friend because he also knew my daughter very well. So we met, he and his wife both were there. Then he told me, Rajam, there are few doctors here who are into music, very much interested into music, and they want to know more about Indian ragas and Indian ragas quality, I mean, healing power. And because I was practicing with my Guruji for more than 5 years and I have seen how he is healing others, I have practically seen, and I helped him also in many of the cases when he asked me to be with him to observe. So I thought, okay, that's as a Guru is giving me agya, I have to obey that. And I used to be there whenever he was doing, with mantra, japa, diksha, he used to heal people. That I noticed. So, my training, I must say that without knowing that I am getting trained, I was getting trained actually.
Yeah.
I must say that.
You're getting prepared for a bigger cause.
Yes, but I didn't know, nor
Yes.
he told me. Nor he
Yes,
told me.
yes, yes.
So, but he was going on instructing to me, okay, do this. From here, evoke sound from your under your stomach, under your belly. From there, the sound should come. Next other time, he'll say from your chest region. You have to gomkara. Take the like that. He
No
used to
breathe.
say, but never said why, what, nothing.
Okay.
He just made me do that, and I used to assist him. Then this
Srinivas.
in Sydney, when Dr. Srinivas Rao met me and said that few of them want to understand Indian ragas, Indian classical music ragas, and its healing power and details of lakshanas, what we call as the raga lakshanas. I said, okay, no problem. I am very much comfortable in explaining all that.
So
So,
this is very magical, ma'am. You
yeah,
came to see your daughter.
yes,
Some gentleman
enjoy
came,
Australia.
some came to you,
Yeah.
and he said
That is
some
destiny.
of the
That
some
is
of the
destiny,
doctors.
yes.
Yes, yes.
So when I fixed a time and it was supposed to be for 45 minutes, it went up to 2.5 hours. I
Oh,
had to stop. I told them that, okay,
you've gone.
you're this thing. They were, not even moving.
Oh,
Then I said, we'll meet again tomorrow if you want. I have to go.
yeah, absolutely.
And then again, second time, then only Dr. Srinivas Rao said, Rajam, you are so knowledgeable about these ragas, and that is into the depth of each raga's healing power, swarasthanas, and the frequencies. Why not you meet Dr. Lakshmi Prasanna, who is in Hyderabad, and you are also from Hyderabad,
Sandeep.
Sandipini.
Yeah.
So Sandipini was the autism center, actually. Dr. Lakshmi Prasanna was a neonatal specialist,
Okay.
but she never, used to go for, deep into medicine. She didn't like, even though she was an allopathy doctor. But allopathy medicines she used to avoid. They used to say naturopathy. I must say like that. She was actually at that time she was the president of Anthroposophy Society,
Oh,
India chapter.
okay.
So he said that you should meet her because she's looking for somebody to work with these autism children in with the Indian music.
Okay.
So because Western music they were practicing,
Uh,
but Western music was like a alien music to them. There is nothing wrong with
yes.
Mozart's, Beethoven. I have heard all their
Yes.
musical, top class.
Yes.
Wonderful. They are very, very healing, very therapeutic, everything. But what happened is, for us,
You're not recognizing the sound.
sound,
Yeah.
they are not able to get connected.
Absolutely.
Connected. Similarly, our M.S. Subbulakshmi or Balamurali Krishna or Jasraj ji, music we can hear every day,
Absolutely.
24 hours, it won't bother us.
Starts the day with them only.
Yeah, and we can, if we introduce that kind, similar way to a Westerner, they may not like to hear the whole day like we do it.
Yes.
For them, it is something alien.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
similarly, the same way. We can't be eating pizza every day as a dinner, lunch, and.
But that doctor didn't have that kind of a history where this can be evoked with the Carnatic music. So she found you.
Yeah, yeah. She was actually looking for somebody
Yes.
with, using Annamacharya Kritis
Yes. Okay.
mainly for healing because she found that there is a lot of healing power in Sankirtanas
Okay.
of Annamacharya.
So
So
when
she was
I'll go
very
back,
attracted.
I have a question, ma'am. When these are classical music,
Yeah,
especially Carnatic music, I'll touch upon.
yeah.
This power would have been there from centuries.
Centuries, of
And
course.
when these ragas,
Yeah,
when the Sarigamapa, very little knowledge I'm speaking,
yeah.
these are sounds taken from animals. Well,
Yes,
yes. So there is a lot of science behind
of
this
course.
music has been said. And w- what, according to you, our Indian music uh, gives that kind of a healing to? You are speaking about autism. I heard it has been practiced in cancer hospitals. It has
Yes,
been
yes,
practiced
yes.
in
Various issues.
diabetes,
Yes, yes,
blood pressure.
yes.
So, how do you see this music therapy uh, has evolved? And is there a lot of work to be done even now?
Lot of work has to be, research has to be done. There is no doubt about it. But as I told you earlier, healing music, that healing power was there from the beginning.
Correct.
From the beginning.
Vedic time.
In between, it disappeared.
Yes.
And when it again started coming as the temple music. People used to, when they were feeling depressed or sad or something low, they used to go to the temple for
and sit there.
getting peace of
Kacheri,
mind or calmness, and there they used to see somebody sitting and singing
kacheri,
kacheri. They're giving, it was temple music. There was no electronics. There was no mic or something. It was only the performer's
harmonium,
voice was good enough to give that
vibe.
vibration, to produce the kind of vibration, strong vibration. Listening to that was like more healing. They used to feel much better. That feel good factor was they could feel it, and they used to come back home with more clear
Energy, yeah.
clear mind and calm and relaxed. So that's how it started. Later on, yes, of course, I must say that in a recent past, it has become more entertainment this thing. So that is also nothing wrong in it, but it became more commercial. Is that commercial? It has come. So even when you see film songs and all, the earlier, I mean, I must say, till
Savitri,
60s, 1960s or something.
Savitri, Jamuna,
Yeah,
Malishwari,
Malay.
Sha-
It was like, when you used to say that Meena Kumari or
yeah, Vaida Rahman,
Madhubala time and all, it was, more raga based
yeah.
songs, film songs. So even today, I have seen many of the people, seniors and all, they enjoy the
Correct,
earlier songs.
correct. Yeah, absolutely.
The present songs, we don't even when you see,
Well, a train, Mohammed Rafi is trained.
yeah,
Saluria,
Mannade is one of the
Mannade is
most
right. So
strained
Sahil
one.
Saab,
Yes,
yes,
yes.
yes, and
And even M.S. Subbulakshmi used to sing for
yes,
movies.
movies,
Yes.
yes, yes.
M.L. Vasantakumari and
Hari,
all. So
Bhanumati,
Gantashala,
Bhanumati,
all this Bhanumati and
Salu
all.
Rajeshwar Rao,
Yes.
yes.
So what happens is there were when they were all very well trained, and that raga, what the lyrics was written on the particular raga to emote that kind of emotions which was necessary for that character or the
First
role
tune was given,
given.
then the lyric was used
Lyrics
to
were there,
read.
and
Yes,
the role was played, and that it was expressed. The emotion was expressed.
absolutely.
That time, the people, what the songs were, that time created. I must say, composed of it. That is even today when you see Antakshari, people will sing the old songs very fast.
I
Yes,
think you have come back from Australia
yes,
and you met her.
yes,
So it from here, I think it has shapen up into where you are today. Yes,
yes, yes,
absolutely.
yes. I must say that
Yeah.
it was the first stepping stone.
Yes.
So when I met her, there was a mutual understanding or a attraction. There was
Like-minded.
like-minded
Yeah.
person. So there was a lot of positive vibration
Harmony.
between us. Harmony was there, and then in fact, along with other doctors, with the homeopathy doctor, special the special educators, all were there. So when we were discussing, actually they were having reading sessions of a book called Harmony of Human Body. So she said that Rajam, he has mentioned about he is from European country, and he has mentioned about swaras, the notes, and connectivity to that to our human body, and we are stuck with one place which we are not able to connect with.
Okay.
Then I said, what was it?
He's
This
not
thing.
an Indian national. He's a German.
He is German. He is from.
So
Yes.
Germans has our scriptures and
I
ragas.
was very surprised, I must say that. So what happened was when she asked me, I said, "Yeah, in fact, I have that book, and it was like a Bible for me, I must say." So when I saw that, and it was, he mentioned something which is very particularly attached only to Indian classical music, and that also to Carnatic music,
Oh,
because in Hindustani music, in Western music, all this classical music system, we have 12 sarasthanas,
correct.
12
Yeah.
microtones,
Yeah.
what we say. Whereas in Carnatic music, as a special feature, we have got 4 extra, that is 16.
60.
16. So in somewhere he has mentioned about a different kind of Gandhara. Gandhara is the third note.
Okay.
Sa, ri, ga,
Yeah.
ga. So normally, like in Hindustani music, we have Komal and Shuddha. And in Carnatic music, we call it as a Sadharana and Antara. And in Western music, it's a flat and sharp variety. But in Carnatic music, we have got one more lower
Note.
than Sadharana Gandharam. That is just what we say as a Komal Swara, there is one step down is also there, which in Carnatic music we call it as a Shuddha Gandharam, which is a what we call it as a Vivadi Swara.
Okay.
So that is actually what he has mentioned as the first semitone of the third.
It's there in the book, ma'am?
Yeah, it is in the book.
Oh, wow.
And they didn't understand because they were other doctors, Lakshmi Prasanna and others. They were aware of these two varieties only. So when this thing first didn't strike to me, it took time. Then one afternoon when I was going on working on it, what this meaning when suddenly this thing I didn't see what time where she maybe just I picked up the phone and called and said, Lakshmi Prasanna, I got the answer, I got the answer. She
Wow.
was very thrilled. I was also very thrilled. And then only she said, Rajam, I think it's a time you should start working with my autism center and the children who are there. And I told her, I will take my guru's permission. Without his permission, I will not do anything. Guru Agya is must. So I went to my Guruji. I told him, Guruji, um, like this she is asking. He said, now you understood? This is the purpose for which you are born. I told you a time will come, you will realize.
Okay.
And the Shakti which
You
got evoked into
knew.
you are going to now channelize this Shakti for healing.
Oh,
And this is a divine spiritual Shakti. And that you will channelize and you will work with these children, not only with these children, many other people with many other issues, whether it is emotional or whether it is um, physical, you are going to help them with this thing. This is the starting point of your new
the
journey.
journey.
And that's where it started.
Yeah, I have a question
Yeah,
when I say autism,
yeah,
especially God's blessed children.
yes, special
I say
children. Yeah.
God's blessed children.
Yes, yes, of
They are very
course.
special children.
Yes,
When you meet these kids and mothers for the first time, what was your emotional reaction, or how were you prepared that, and what is that you see in them? uh, I want to listen from you, ma'am, because this is a very very special
yes,
thing
yes, yes.
that
In
can.
fact, I was not never exposed to that kind of a group actually. So when Lakshmi Prasanna told me that, and I was a little hesitating, even though my Guru's Ashirvadam was there, his blessings were there, and he was there to guide me. But in my mind, I was thinking how I am going to manage. When I saw them first, the hyperactive children or the ADHD affected children and all this, I really didn't know how to go about it. And I used to lose my sleep over. I
Oh,
used to night and all. I used to sit like this, sit
zombie.
and God show me a work, Mama, Mama, where are you, Guru
Mm,
Mama? Please connect with me mentally. There used to really like answers. I used to get messages
oh,
that why don't you try this raga? Why don't you try this thing? Okay, I'll do that, and I tried, and I must say that it was like a miracle
oh.
because I could see as there is, I followed and then first three, four sessions when I had, all of them started screaming, closing their ears. It was, my God, I was thinking that whether I'm going in a right direction.
Will you be
These
able to
children,
do
whether to
justice?
handle this.
Yeah.
It was really scaring, actually. I got scared. Then I told Lakshmi Prasad, she said, Rajam, I am there with you. This is a natural reaction because your music is touching them inside. Like just like when you first time somebody starts playing badminton,
They don't.
what will
They
happen?
can't even spot a cock.
Yes.
Yes.
And when they start doing it, the
Yeah.
wrist will start paining
Absolutely.
because whenever these muscles are activated,
Yes.
suddenly when that's in action, it will start pain.
Yes.
If you stop it, then
Then
okay, done with it.
no more
That pain is.
thing. Yeah.
But if you are determined, no, no, I want to play. What will happen is you will ignore the pain. After 4 or 5 days,
It will become
automatically your body will get adjusted to it.
absolutely adapted.
She said exactly the same way. Your musical frequency, what you are producing from inside, it is touching the children inside them. and it is disturbing. It is actually disturbing the child, and they are showing that kind of reaction. Oh, I don't want, I don't want, I don't, I want to be left out what as I am. But if you're going on doing, they will get used to it. You
You
see
can.
the change which will happen. That was the encouraging words. And after that, as she said, and I went and asked my Guruji, he said, proceed, don't worry, nothing will happen. Don't just
Mm,
believe in yourself, believe in Goddess.
yeah.
Ambal is there. Just pray and start doing it. That's all. And the best thing what he said, and today also I practice, is don't have any expectation.
Okay.
Don't expect that you are singing this and this change is going to happen. Don't think like that.
Okay.
Leave it
To
to
the
Almighty,
superpower.
superpower. When the time will come, when the change has to happen, it will happen. So that time you can't stop it. It will happen. And believe me, I experienced it many times, many cases. Today I am saying that more than 2000 to 2500 to nearly 3000 cases I handled. My God, the experience I had with various cases, something I say that amazing, amazing. People won't even believe that this might have happened like this.
I have a feeling, ma'am, that when you touch these many kids,
Yes,
the trauma and not to give up mentality of parents,
yes,
because I was speaking to Shankar sir.
yes,
He said there are women who said, "Why God this to me? Why
yes,
these
yes,
children has
yes,
to? Why this has come?"
yes, yes,
And one woman has said, "They are not ordinary people,
yes.
and we are not ordinary mothers."
Mothers,
So
exactly.
that's
That
so
is,
it is a God's message that they are not ordinary,
yes,
and you are not ordinary. You are a extraordinary mother to
yes.
handle those kind of
Yes, I
extraordinary
tell
feeling.
you, those mothers, I had to first work through the mother only,
Correct.
because many of them, they are non-verbal. They are many of the clients, these children I call as clients.
Especially
So never used to, I cannot directly work with them because they cannot even say
reciprocated.
a word or something. So I work through the mother. I tell the mother that you close your eyes, keep the child on your lap, and when I am concentrating on certain chakras, or how I am evoking the sound, follow that and try to follow the same way, whether it's a Omkara or whether it is Saptaswaras. You follow it the same way you repeat. Concentrate, and in your mind, only one thought should be there, that please, whichever God you are believing in, that God should help you to bring some progress in these children, some positive change in these children. Kindly give me, God, you should
Will.
pray that, give me that Shakti to bring some change in this. And this is one mother's request. Like that, you pray and you start doing it. You won't believe that has really played so much of, I must say, it's like miracle. Many, many things has happened. And it's all a mother's doing only. It's not me, because the mother's sincere prayer to this
The
thing,
love,
what was the
unconditional love.
unconditional love. That is true. So that has made all the Shakti, her Shakti, as I said, no, Matru
Obviously.
Shakti is something very
Powerful.
amazing, very, very powerful. So her Matru Shakti brought out that change in that her own child,
Yes.
which she didn't know how to evoke. And I helped her to evoke from her side inside, and that with the Omkara or this thing, that Matru Shakti has brought out that kind of healing power, I
You're
must
like
say,
a
the
torch.
intervention. Yes. And when she held the child, and the frequencies, or I must say the vibration what she produced, and it passed to the mother, to the child, through the mother, it really did that wonder.
And when was the first time when you started this music therapy with this, especially God gifted children with the mother? The first experience when there is a change started appearing. What is the emotion or happiness in mother, ma'am? How is
Oh
it?
my God, that is thrilling, I must say. It was a thrilling moment in my life. There was a mother, her, it was, her child was, the autism score was too high after the assessment what they have seen, and very violent child, hurting himself and also hurting others and all. So only used to produce sound, very, violent sound he used to produce. The mother had a younger daughter. Daughter was normal, And this boy was almost, he came to me when he was around 8 or 9 years old. And when around, I must say that 3 or 4 years after that, around he was 11 years old. This mother, that by that time, there was a change in his sound, what he was violently making the sound. It has started becoming little more musical.
Okay.
So, and then he started even trying to say Omkara. Oh, that was, it was coming. So, that one day she came and she hugged and there was a tears and she was saying, "Ma'am, मेरा बेटा आज मुझे माँ बोला,
Wow.
माँ बोला," and she cried. I said, my God, for a mother, her little one is calling her mother ma ma ma. That's not making that much happiness to her. A child of 11 years, to she was waiting to hear the shabd ma. For a mother, hearing amma or ma is something, what she waits for. It's a blessing. It's the godly sound, I must say that. So she was waiting for that, and that has happened at maybe around at 11th or 12th year of this boy's age. And that, when she said that and tears were flowing and this thing, I didn't know, because that was the first time I'm seeing something is happening with my music therapy. And this woman, our mother's happiness,
Yes.
it was more like, shikaram, what we say, that, kiritam,
Kiritam.
kiritam. It
Kiritam.
was like that, somebody has
The
put.
crown.
She was just hugging me and saying, "Mujhe mera beta maa bola, mera beta maa bola." And that happiness was, with her tears, the happiness overwhelming. It was something, I must say,
Which is
beyond words.
beyond
I can't describe. That
I
is
know.
that is
When you're
something
when you're
thrilling.
telling me, I'm becoming little
Thrilling, you can
emotional.
say
Yeah.
that. So when a child of 1 year old calling Mars mixing, and somebody after so many years of saying Amma or Ma makes a lot of difference,
So
really.
when you meet these children, now that you have dealt with 2,500 children, with God, special children, and God's blessed children, uh, what is the music therapy? Music has to do that. A lot of today's mothers should believe and start getting into this process, ma'am. That where are the avenues? I mean, different cities will have different these things. But how do people know that this music can really bring a lot of change in them? So I'm sure that it has not been spread across to a lot of people.
Yes,
You have put in a lot of practice in terms of research. There's a doctor is there, Sandeepani
yes,
is there. Her efforts are tremendous. The way you are taking and
yes,
saying it.
yes.
So, uh, what is your message to this, especially God's blessed children and to the mothers, that the music therapy can really bring a change in their kid child's the
Yes.
way approach? Is there any? What
Like,
is that they need to do?
these special children, as we are using the word, they are blessed and
God's
God's
blessed.
say children. They all have something, they are having that, what's a genius level of talent.
Yeah.
Only the parents can understand. But they ignore. I tell the children that they may be very good at instrument. They may be good at, uh, if you make them to artist some
Yeah.
drawing,
Yes.
painting, the way their expression has to be. I mean, they should have a way to express their expressions. Swimming, horse riding, or anything, whatever is possible. You have to understand. Some children are, in my cases, I must say, some of them are super intelligent as far the maths is concerned.
Oh,
They are able to say, square root of something and pi of something and all without nobody teaching them. And there was some case where this child was writing in all languages, whatever you say, it was because non-verbal child.
yeah.
And that was a child which belonged to a Telugu family. I just to check, she said, why don't you tell some word he will write down? It happened, it just a miracle as a miracle. It was overnight, these changes happened. I just said, okay, write the spelling of Mississippi. Even as a normal person, we'll say,
Yeah.
how many SC,
Yes.
how
Yes.
many
C is
we
yes.
get confused.
Yes. Absolutely. You bang on.
So that child wrote. Then she said, okay, tell him something else also to write, some different language. I said, okay, Baba, why don't you write pa in Tamil?
Okay.
So he wrote.
Oh,
I was surprised. I said, how did he? She said, I don't know. I did. It was, suddenly it has happened in overnight. I just first time as part of the Saraswati Puja, Vasanta Panchami, she made him, to first time gave him something to write,
practice. Yeah.
and he started writing. He just moved that, and with that movement, he started making, words, names, and all. But it was not, clear. Like a big in one full big page, he will write A like this and all. But she said, never I taught him any alphabet. He was hardly 5 or 6 years old. And this miracle has happened over that time only. Immediately she called me and she said, ma'am, now it's too late. Tomorrow I am bringing the child. And this was surprising.
It
So,
is.
like this, many surprises has happened. So, I say that the mothers or even the fathers, they should look for what is the extra talent in these children.
Spot.
Yeah, every child is talented. Just because they are not normal, don't ignore. I
Yeah.
tell, this is my, suggestion to the parents of this special children, that don't ignore. Just look, try to tap into them to find out what is their special talent. They are good at. Some of them are very good with singing. They sing beautifully once they are
Yeah.
verbal,
Uh,
and
Are there any students who taught you and today they're singing very well, ma'am? Are there?
there are many. There are. There
Okay.
are. There are there in even Hyderabad. There is
Okay.
just some children are there, and who are now about 21, 22 years
Yes.
old, and they are appearing for exams and all.
Wow.
They were completely. I remember very first time when I sang, and he closed his ears and he wanted to run away, open the door and run away.
Now
But
now they're giving
this
exams.
thing, and today he's very nicely sitting, and he does shlokas, Gaja, Nanam, Bhuta, Ganadi, Sevitam, and all he's saying on his own. He
Wow.
was non-verbal child,
Non-verbal.
non-verbal
Non-verbal child.
child,
This is
and
extraordinary.
he's doing maths and everything else. It's so beautiful, and so there are many
So
cases.
if the I'll get two aspects here, ma'am.
Yeah,
One is when you get a special child, a case to you. One is that doctor gives you about the rating and what is the state and what
yeah,
is his. Second, I'll get your father's expertise here.
yes,
This is a Vedic astrology.
yes,
Now, as per my conversation with you, you said this graha is because of this. Don't touch this.
yes,
Don't give this. Can
yes,
you see? It is really magical, man. Like
yes.
how this, how a science, an astrology, and a music all put together can heal a person.
Of course,
Yes, it is.
because astrology itself is a science.
Yes,
It's a science.
yes,
We cannot ignore. It's a highly mathematical and also science.
correct.
So every graha, in fact, I got, as I earlier mentioned, I got attracted by Muthuswami Dikshita's Navagraha Kritis. So Muthuswami Dikshitar is one of the trinities of South Indian
Yes, yes, yes,
classical
ma'am,
music,
yes.
Shastriya Sangeeta. And his Navagraha Kritis, he has mentioned about each grahas, the way it is connected to the human body and what way they contribute to our, because influence of their movement, astrological, can have an impact on our body activities. So that is what attracted me, and I started going more deep into it. And I had my Guruji at the time to guide
Guide
me.
you.
And when you not only what we have, the Navagraha Kriti Ragas. So I started researching why Muthuswami Dikshitar selected this particular raga for this graha.
Okay.
What was there in this raga? Should have Suruti raga, he is kept for Angaraka. Why can't he put Mohana for Angaraka? Why are you putting What is there?
For a layman, for me as a layman,
Yeah,
I say I know only music therapy.
yes,
What I think is that you're making them to sing,
yes.
but I will never realize that so much of science behind
Of
it.
course, there is a science behind it. Of course, medical astrology, if we go through,
Yeah.
so because even my doctorate I had done with the same this thing that, Jyotisham, autism, and Sangeeta Chikitsa. How I managed with, seeing that, what way the Mahadasha and Antardasha, how the change in our life happens. Similarly, in the Graha movement also, what way it is favorable to us, beneficial to us, non-beneficial, dosha graha, all these things, contribute a lot. And so when my father was alive,
So when you address these graphs,
yes, of course.
okay,
So when my father was alive, he was helping me because after retirement, he took up Jyotisham as his passion. He
yes,
started working. So he started helping me in that way. So he used to make the chart and say, don't touch this graha. It is the graha which is causing this problem to this particular person's health condition. So ignore that,
work on other.
increase power to others, other grahas,
Okay,
so that it will get balance,
okay,
because this dosha graha is becoming more dominating.
you can't do much.
Yeah, that is, it's a already dominating. That's why that lakshana is seen in your body. When you balance it with giving power to other grahas, there will be a balance, because
Yeah.
now they are powerless because this is dominated and it is giving the non-beneficial effects. Instead of that,
Working on a right graha
right graha,
will give
it
yield
will
you more result.
balancing, equalizing,
Yes,
so that that's how so not to touch this,
not
to give more. So I used to select ragas accordingly, where that particular swara is there, which is dosha graha swara. I used to keep it aside, not to include that in that ragas, because we have got ocean of ragas. I must say
absolutely.
that 72 Melakarta ragas, and it's Janya ragas, variety of Janya ragas, 10 thoughts of Hindustani music, and from there, so many other ragas have come. So we have got plenty of them.
When you,
So,
is there any reference you got when you're treating these, I mean, music therapy? I'm sure that you have very little references to that what to do with this. It is all your intuition. It is all your help of your father, your guruji, and madams, doctors. This thing. So you have worked very hard for the next day.
yes, of course.
I can see that.
Yes, yes. And it was a passion. That's why I never felt, after finishing my responsibility as my housewife, as a mother, as a daughter-in-law, after when finishing that, then when I was thinking about the next day, this, I have to work with this child or this client, whether it's a suicidal tendency in child, I mean person, or a menopause symptom affected woman. So how to work this? So I had to mentally prepare. So there I used to really go through, and what it can be, how to do, what to do, all that I plan.
When you spoke about suicidal tendencies or depression stage,
Yes, yes.
what is the state of mind, ma'am? Today also you will find a lot of these
Lot of,
cases.
lot
Lot of
of
these
them.
cases. How does it? How does this music therapy
It,
speak to them?
yes, definitely. It's lot of. I must say that we have even our body, not only nerves, blood, muscles, tissues. We have nadis,
Yeah.
we have panchatatvas, we have panchavayus. All these things contribute to our body. So when it comes, because what deficiency like we have in allopathy, deficiency of this vitamin is giving you this problem. Why don't you take this vitamin as a supplementary, and it will
B12. Yeah,
help
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Similarly, we have swaras or ragas or omkara. Where do we do to work with this? Because depression or stress, worries, all these things are weakness of certain points in our body. Points in the sense emotional, whether
Yeah.
it is, you are mentally, some places you have lost the strength to fight out. So, what happens? The weakness is dominating. You are mentally strong, your adhara is strong, muladhara. That's how I always train people to first work with their muladhara, because adharam foundation, if it is strong, we can work out with any problem because our whole body, like a big building, is standing on a foundation, strong foundation. Our whole body, mentally, emotionally, everything depends upon how stronger is our adharam,
Yeah.
mula adhara.
Mullah.
So even like Muthuswami Dikshitar as in Vatapi Ganapatim Bhajeham, in that he has mentioned Mooladhara Kshetra Sthite to Vinayaka. So like Vinayaka is Adhara for everything without
Absolutely.
doing any
Srishti.
with the Srishti.
Yes.
Similarly, to strengthen that power, we have to work on these things so that you are mentally that balance. The whole body is balanced on that Mooladhara, and that will help you to face the reality or come in harmony of the particular problem which is causing you the depression. You don't allow the problem to dominate you. Don't allow that that weakness to dominate you. That's what where the suicidal comes.
Absolutely.
That weakness, the momentary weakness of the emotion, that where you have to be stronger. No, your heart will say you're failed. You got no face to face the reality,
Society. Yeah.
society, relatives, and all. So find a way
Humiliations.
to get rid of all these things, go away from
Go.
this world.
And they
And that's
they
this
they're
thing.
in a stage where there is no solution.
No solution. They think like that. If they are mentally strong, they will not go towards it. All the vices also starts like that only.
Yes.
Whether there's alcoholism or chain smoking, drug addict, all those things, like a running away from
The
the
problem.
reality, facing the reality. So we with musical notes or swaras or ragas, we actually encourage and strengthen the mental condition. Mind, we work with the mind to overcome that weakness. What I said, point means the weakness. Where the weakness, whether you are emotionally weak, that is dominating you, no. So you allow the mind to understand what is causing the weakness, the problem, the situation, understand that. Come into terms whether you have to compromise,
Yeah.
you have to let go.
Yes.
All that decision you will take once you're mentally strong.
Strong.
So music helps in strengthening the mind to fight out.
While I was coming to you and doing this podcast, I spoke to two women. I asked them generally, how can music help? They send kids to school. The maid comes. They send the husband.
Yes.
They get into a lot of stress because they will be alone. Their emotions are not really. All men are not addressing their emotions. For them, that's 2 hours. The music is a therapy. They
Yes.
they put Raja, they put their
Correct.
favorite music, and they get into such a kind of the music gets them back to their normal life after 2 hours.
Yes.
And now, when you are saying all these things, uh, I mean, they are right.
Exactly.
It
Correct.
I'm not naming that ragas and all, but for them, they chose music as the stress reliever.
That's where I say understand every human body has got a signature tune.
Correct.
Signature tune works like a boost. So when you are mentally tired
Yeah, exhausted.
and you have got a lot of work to do,
Yes.
what you do, you break in between, look for something which may boost your mental energy, either coffee or horlicks or something, or fruit juice or
Caffeine
something,
addicts. Yes. Yes.
something to boost your mental energy, so that you can get back to it.
Yeah.
But suppose you are emotionally
Drained.
and drained out, and you want to something to boost your energy, that's your signature tune. Your body, everybody has got a signature tune. That it's my experience. With the experience I'm
Mhm.
saying, why that even four children of the same family, they're siblings, but their taste differs.
Yeah.
Some may like romantic, some may like family, some
Comedy.
may like crimes based
Yes.
novels or something. Why so? It is because of their frequency of their body, which is synchronizing with certain kind of musical note.
Correct.
So that will they have to understand where what is their body raga,
Yeah.
the signature tune. And that once you recognize, whenever you are completely you feel drained out, stop whatever you are doing, just for 10 minutes have a glass of water, because Jala Tattva is one of the main element in our body which actually allows the energy to flow, the prana to
Say
flow.
elders say,
Yeah,
drink
yeah.
water, drink
Yes,
water.
drink water.
Yeah.
Close your eyes, that you will just break into a tune which may maybe your body raga, because the soul needs it. You get connected to your inner core, Sukshma Sharira, what we say. Stula Sharira is our physical body. Sukshma Sharira is our inner body. So the Sukshma Sharira gets touched with that musical note which you are singing, because that is the origin of that. Sukshma Sharira is origin of your body raga. That has got a vibration. You have to understand what is that vibration.
So
So
you,
whatever, how do you know that? The next question will, how do you know that what is my body?
yeah, that is something which is not easy to
Very
find.
easy.
Oh,
Just imagine when you're in a lot of people, very common term, they use bathroom singing.
yeah.
What is this bathroom singing?
Bathroom singing is I sing because at that point of time I'm being alone and I'm having fun.
Okay,
And also my state of mind is that I'm deeply thinking,
okay,
or I'm in a good trance of good mood.
wonderful.
Yes.
So, do you plan what to sing?
No.
It comes as a automatic. That is your body raga.
Okay.
Because you feel good, you are happy, you are joyful, your inner Sukshma Sharira is so happy that
So
it
all
is that.
bathroom singers from tomorrow onwards, please note
Not
your
only
raga.
bathroom singers, anybody. You don't plan to sing that tune and it comes spontaneously in your body at certain conditions. Some people start humming when they are cooking, or there are some people when they are driving. Never they'll plan, I'm going to sing this. It comes on its own.
Okay.
That is their own body raga or body tune, which is actually you have to recognize. And when you feel there is a need to boost your inner energy, the Sukshma Sharira, sing it or hear it.
That's
So,
where that's where there's a lot of boy girl love thing also happens a lot of
yes,
times,
wonderful.
like when a girl connects to a singer and he sings her raga.
Ah,
So I think that that kind of a chemistry happens because of, I think music also
of
plays a
course,
pivotal role.
of course, of course.
Yes.
Yes, of
So
course, of
and
course.
we have seen a lot of instances these kind of things in
Yes, yes.
colleges, and I can now recollect to what you're saying, that so
See,
they,
when you're especially when you're a small babies, automatically you won't sing, uh, big heavy ragas like
ragas,
Shankarabaranam or Todi or something like that. You will what since but I will also sing with you, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. You feel the bacha in you, the child in you is actually giving the pleasure.
yes,
Nobody cries when they're singing nursery rhymes. Nursery
especially
rhymes, most happiest thing. That's why they are always happy birthday to you. Never nobody say happy birthday to you. Nobody
nobody says.
sing. That's what I'm saying. So when they clap and that joy means every human body, however, even at this any age, as being a senior citizen, still I
No,
have
don't tell that
that.
you are a senior citizen.
Of course, I'm a grandmother.
You
I,
don't look like. And by the way, I don't want to disclose the age, but she's the
I'm
senior.
in 70s.
So,
I'm in 70s. I'm proud of it.
yeah,
So there is a child in me, and I want the child to be alive
yes.
so that that will give that energy you need. Otherwise, oh, मैं बूढ़ी हो गई, I became old, मेरे से नहीं होता, नहीं होता, नहीं होता. Yes, there is a नहीं होता, not happen, they cannot do it to certain extent. Yes, because your physically body is not cooperating with you. But nothing should stop you from enjoying. Whether you are able to do or not, others doing, enjoy it, Baba. Like in a small child, if they are small children group, you should know how to enjoy their group so that those moments will bring the joy, happiness. Never nobody will feel sorry for being with a small children group. You see them play around, scream around. You
Correct.
feel, those moments are
The
like,
energy is there.
energizing.
Yes, it's
Because
absolutely
those children are masoom children, what we say, that, the
innocence,
purity, the
innocence.
innocence and the purity in them brings so much of positive energy into you. It comes when you hold a small baby, you see that automatically there is a kind of happiness comes bursting from your inner part of your body, what we call it from the Swadhisthana chakra, because that is the matrutvam, this comes from there, or even affection. For a man, for a male, it is the affection. There is affection petal. Every chakra has got a petals.
Yes.
There are various petals. Every petal has got some emotion attached to it. So all these things will start activating. That start getting, you know, more dominating. You know, that's how the emotions you feel, whether it's a fear, whether it is this thing. You know, a lot of people, they'll say, oh, when you dissect your body, you can't see the chakras. You know, what you are talking about chakras. I said, when you dissect your body, can you see this is, here is the fear sitting, here is the hunger sitting? No. It's a etheric, what we say, that is, it's all, you know, it's part of Sukshma Sharira. You
So
can feel
when
it.
did this Sandeepini, you were associated with them for how many years, ma'am?
I was there for more than about 10 years.
10 years.
And
Okay.
slowly, then I started withdrawing
Withdrawing.
because I could train many of, not only Sandipini, I used to have center going, visit the centers in Chennai, then Bangalore,
Bangalore. Yes.
then Mumbai and Delhi.
Delhi. Yes.
So there were many places where I had used to go there, no, and help them with the music therapy.
Okay.
Many trained teachers were there, so I used to tell them that for this particular child, sing this, or particular client, do this.
Okay.
So even in
So
hospitals
more
when
of
they
a
were,
consulting.
yes, yes,
Yes. Yes.
like assessment and all, I used to do,
Yeah.
and even hospitals where I'm invited as a therapist. So I used to work with there, and even guide the family members.